let's go back to our old notes. So we were over here, I believe. I think this was us, right? Oh yeah, we were in the middle of this problem. I kind of did this problem fast, so I'm not sure I wrote it all down. So make sure you write this one all down. Because when you upload the notes, I unsubmit it if you don't have all the examples. It's not that you get a lower grade, it's that it looks like you didn't turn it in at all until you write all the examples. Let's check, make sure that that's all the question asks. Let's make sure it doesn't also say, use a protractor to check the reasonableness of your answer. Okay, you don't need to do that. Okay, so we're continuing here. So this is for the next group, 21 through 30. So let's see how this one works. What if you had, say, 10g equals 30? Do you remember how to get rid of the 10? Do you remember how to get rid of the 10?
3.
Okay, Alex, make sure your microphone is off. Okay, divide, I agree. I'm going to change color. Now, we're going to write this question again, just for notes. Okay, so that you can see what the original question was. Okay, just so you could see what the question was. Otherwise, it's hard to recognize. So divide by 10, and you get g equals, and then how many 10s make 30? Yeah, 3. I agree. Perfect. So g equals 3. Do I have my speaker on? Yeah, I do. Okay. So let's go to this one. So example 8. If you have a negative 10, okay, if you have a negative 10, you still need to divide by negative. So when you're doing the division, you're going to divide by the exact thing, not the opposite. Okay. So when you divide by exact number, not opposite. Okay. Okay, and then we get g equals. Now, for multiplying and dividing, the rule is same side. Usually I abbreviate this SS, but for right now, we'll call it same sign. Same sign, you get a positive, and opposite sign, you get a negative. Okay, so this is also 3, but because these are opposite signs, it's going to be a negative 3. Now, that opposite sign rule is not the same for adding and subtracting. Okay, I love how you guys participate and type stuff. I didn't even ask what the answer was, and you guys are telling me. So awesome. Okay, this is going to be fun. Okay, so example 9. Let's see, I think there's one. Yeah, these are a little weird. So we're going to put 4. So put the word 4. Okay, so this is 4 numbers 23 and 24. You're going to need to rewrite these. Okay, because these are written in the elementary school way. They're not written in the high school way. Okay, so let me show you a sample. So it says x divided by 4 equals 8. Okay, but you guys, this is the book. So write book and then put rewrite. You guys, they never write the questions like that in high school. So I don't know why the textbook did it that way, but a division in high school is written this way instead. Okay, so this symbol here is that fraction bar, the division. So rewrite numbers 23 and 24. And then this is also going to look like 27 and 28 now, because 27 and 28 look like the rewrite. But that weird division on the side is not a high school thing to do. So we want to make sure you do it the high school way, and then you're ready and you can do it later the college way. Okay, so let's just rewrite the question one more time, only because you don't have all your colors. Once you guys have all your colors, I know some of you didn't come pick up my little goodie bags with the notebooks and the pens. So once you have those pens, then you'll have all the colors, and then we won't have to write the question. Okay, so in the second color, if you have a second color, it doesn't have to be red. This one is like, I'm going to call it my puppy. You'll get to meet my puppies in a couple days when I get home. But Penny likes to kind of sleep on the couch behind me when I do notes, so she might be a little distracting. So the puppy is under your feet, and in order to get rid of the puppy, you put the 4 at the top. Okay, so you put the 4 at the top. Okay, and when you put the 4 at the top, and you have to be real careful, the 4 has to be higher than middle or higher. So let's put a little note. Put middle or higher. Okay, you can't put the 4 like with the other 4. And then they cross out, and you get, oops, and you get x equals 30. So let's write a little note here because this one's kind of tricky. So to get rid of a division, okay, you're going to multiply by the bottom number. Okay. Oh, I'm a little delayed, huh? The word bottom number hasn't shown up yet, at least on my computer. It's on my tablet. Can you guys see where it says bottom number? Yes, so for the multiple pages of work, Allie, that's why the teacher said it's better to do it as a PDF. So we're going to change, like, say your 2 pages of notes or your 2 pages of notes and your homework into a PDF and then upload it so it's faster. Another teacher showed me that yesterday. Yeah, so we're going to try to do that tomorrow when you come in. Okay, can you see the, okay, so now it finally came up for me. It was, I had typed that a while ago. Okay, so let's do another one like that. And the division just isn't the way you really want to write it. Okay, so I don't really ever write it as a division, but we'll write another one just because the book problems write 2 of them like that. 10. Okay, so I'm going to do a rewrite, and you don't even have to write the original problem down for this specific 2. You can just write it in the high school way. So let's call this the high school way. This is like the elementary school way. I don't even know if you wrote it that way in middle school. Okay, so let's do it the high school way instead. Yeah, 23 and 24 are some of your homework questions. Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes if I want our notes to match an exact homework question, like also see the 17 through 20? Remember when I wrote that on this one? That was also the exact homework questions. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so for this one, how are we going to get rid of that -2? What are we going to do to both sides to get rid of that puppy underneath my feet? How am I going to get rid of that?
If I don't like the puppy, can I just eat
Exactly.
it?
So when you times it, just make sure it's half or above. And then on both sides, half or above. If you're used to doing big ideas where answers are the only thing that's important, I think you're going to get used to my way and like it, which is that I teach it like I used to teach college and AP classes, and you get credit for work. So you do correct steps and correct work, and that's what you get points for. And if you get numbers wrong, it's not even as big of a deal to me. I just want to make sure that you know how to do the processes. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Cool. The answer for that one. And then I believe your homework, let me just check it here on my Word document. I believe your homework is 5 through 30. So I just showed you how to do those. And then 58 through 61. Oh, it's just repeating. Oh, these are nice. They're not in equations though. So let me put over here for 58 through 61. Okay, so that's also homework numbers, like problems in the homework. Okay, so our first, so we'll only have 2 more examples. Okay, so example 11 and example 12, and then we'll be done. Okay, so this one kind of looks like this. 2x plus 3 minus 4y. I'm going to post that for you, Andrew. I'm going to post that for you, Andrew, in the, I'm going to call it an assignment, but you're not going to upload it yet because I think we're going to upload notes with it, but I'm going to post it for you. Okay. Okay. So for this one, the 2 distribute, right? So what do I get as my answer? You guys, you learn from answering questions, and actually you learn a lot from making mistakes. So it's no big deal. If you make an error, you just fix it. And if somebody else just fixes it, then that's how we learn anyway. Okay, now look at Paul's answer, but maybe part of Paul's answer is right and part of it's wrong. Maybe it's all right, right? Yeah, that's why we're reviewing, even though it says it's review. Okay, what distributing bars mean? Okay, so let's write a little note. These distributing bars, so put distributing, means multiplying. Okay, so draw the little like loops, because anytime we draw the loops, it means to distribute. So you're multiplying 2 times x. So what do we think about Matthew? Well, we got a few answers, right? Paul, Matthew, and Brian, what do we think? Do we agree that it's 2x? Yeah? Okay, and then if any of you haven't said anything yet, sure you go in and you answer some of these questions, okay? And you can even, you know, agree with someone else, so you can say agree, or you can type their answer in. It looks like Bailey, I need you to say something because you've only said good morning. And then who else am I missing here? That's it. Bailey, you just have said good morning. And then Hangze Wang and Jia Chen, you guys have only answered twice, so answer a couple more, okay? Okay, so this is plus 6. And then what's 2 times negative 4y? It is opposite signs, so that would be negative. That's for multiplying. Multiplying opposite signs is negative. So that's
Hey, Ali, what
negative
game you
8.
playing?
And it is y. And usually people will just put negative 8y like this, and the negative is kind of in front of that one. Okay, that one looks good. Okay, so that is the answer. That's distributing. Okay, and then there's a fraction one. So I want to show you how to do the fraction one. I'm less interested in you getting it right than seeing what your errors are. So if I really would, using photo math and such will make me insane. So you got to make sure you don't do that, and then you'll get in trouble for plagiarism. And that's not what you want to have for your first like incidents with the GLCs. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're not copying from online answers. Okay. Okay, so let me show you how to do this complicated one. Now, even if, just so you know, is if you're wrong, you're still going to get credit. Okay? Alex, what do you mean, what game are we playing? Okay,
It's obvious. We're playing a game. He's playing League of Legends or something.
Okay, so
he's
please
clicking
stop.
his mouse a lot.
Just answer the questions that are here.
It's clicky.
Okay, so we're going to distribute. Okay, so you're going to distribute. We're a little worried about the fraction, but the first one, just the first term. So how about the first loop? What's 2/3 times x? What do you think? What's 2/3 times x? 2/3 times x. Yeah, it's 2/3 x. Well, that's a good question, Vivian. You don't solve for x because there's no equal sign. So the only thing they want you to do is multiply, and then you're done because there's no equal sign. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. But then the 2/3 times 1/5, let's write that on the right side. So 2/3 times 1/5. Does anyone remember what the rule is for multiplying? What's the rule for multiplying? Right? So does anyone remember the rule? Okay, Ali.
So for multiplying, you take.
Ali, did you want to turn up your speaker and answer? Okay. So having the same denominator is for adding and subtracting. Okay, so that's good though. We need that. That's for adding and subtracting, so we'll need that another day. Multiply the numerator to the numerator and the denominator to the denominator. What do you think? Oops. Yeah, you multiply straight across for fractions. So draw a little arrow. So for multiplying fractions, you multiply straight across. But for adding, you need a common denominator. So that's going to be important for later. 2 times 1 is 2, and then 3 times 5 is 15. So then this would be plus 2/15. And then what do I do over here? So 2/3 times 7. And if I write stuff on the right, you do need to be writing that stuff out as well. What's the numerator? What's that multiplying? What do you think? What's that multiplying? How am I supposed to multiply when there is no second denominator? Oh, good. You guys are all answering now. Everybody has at least 3 chats. Okay, so that's exciting. Yes, 7/1. Okay, so I'm going to put it in red pen, but you don't have to put it in red pen. Oops. Okay, so then you multiply straight across 14/3 plus 14/3. And then we're just going to stop there. We're not going to add the common denominators in this one. I just wanted you to distribute, and that's it. So you put a 1 underneath, and then you multiply straight across. Most of the homework is not like that, but it's just a little review at the end. And I know the fractions are kind of stressful. That's number 59. So let's put a little note. This is like number 59. Okay? So when you do the homework, you're not going to leave any blank. You're going to write down the question, and I'll show you right now because we have 8 minutes left. The homework is going to be due usually by supposedly 9 o'clock at night. Okay, but then I'm probably going to put the time at 12. I know, right? I need to try to, I'll try to write neater. Okay, Ali, I'm going to try to write neater. But I can't not handwrite. I've tried, but I can't. I always think I am, and then I go back. So I'll try, though. I'll try. And if you can't read anything, then definitely then let me know. Okay, that's the word like. My fancy like, L-I-K-E. Okay. And then you probably have to learn how to read handwriting anyway, because if one of your college professors is my age or older, I'm about 50, they might handwrite. And then you're like, wait, what's going on? So it might be good to, you know, in a nice environment where we are now, you can do it. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's start your homework. Okay. So don't write it in your spiral notebook. So this is on a separate piece of paper. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how I want my homework done. So this is a separate piece of paper. This is not graphing, so don't use the graph paper. If you have no other paper, you can use that graph paper. But I gave you that graph paper to save it if any of you got the binders. You're going to do the homework on a paper and then take a picture of it because I want to see your work. I don't just care about the answer. I care about the work. Okay, so separate piece of paper. Okay, you're going to write homework. Oh, let me get lines out. You guys, let me get lined paper out for you. Okay, lined paper. Nope, not that kind of lined paper. So regular paper. Okay, so on the top of the paper, you're going to put homework number 1. And then over here, you're going to put your name. Okay, so Jessica Thomas, that will be my pretend name. That's my sister's name. So Jessica Thomas, we're going to put period 1. You could put period 1/3, or you could, and then that's it. I don't care about the date. Okay, and then problem number 1. Actually, hold on. You're going to start with problem number 1. So actually, the homework, I'm going to write it down for you. Okay, let me write it down for you, and then you can write this on your piece of paper. Okay, so your homework, you're going to write the assignment at the top. So you're going to write page 8, number 5 through 30, comma, 58 through 61. Okay, so your homework's going to look like this. And then we're on problem number 5. So problem number 5 on page 8. So this is what your homework is going to look like. So we're kind of starting it together. So you're going to write the problem down, x plus 5 equals 8. And what are you going to do as your next step? Yeah, you're going to take a picture and send it, but we're going to do that tomorrow because another teacher told me that PDFs are better. Yeah, so you're going to subtract 5 from both sides. You're going to write x equals 3, and then this is your answer, and then skip a couple lines and go to number 6. Just
I'm not in my
graph paper that I
fourth
gave
period
you.
class.
Or, Paul, did you get any graph paper? Or blank paper? I don't even need it to be lined. You guys, it can be blank like computer paper. Just grab it from your printer. Any paper's fine. I'm just saying save the graph paper because we will have assignments that you need graph paper on it. Okay, I don't know what 61 means, Nicholas. Oh, yes. I was like, what in the world is 61? Okay, so number 6 is m plus 9 equals 2. So you're going to write down the question. You're going to solve the question the way that we did in class and box your answer. Skip a couple lines, go to the next one. People who do 5 here and 6 to the right, you guys, it's really hard for me to grade those assignments on the computer. So, because I'm grading them just by the picture and it's really hard. So please don't write number 6 to the right. Write 5, 6, 7, go down, down, down. And if you want to use the other column, that's okay. You know, for like number 9, 10, 11. Okay. And then you're just going to do one at a time. Okay. And then and then you also have your notes, right? Okay, so let's check. Did you call it mn1? And then maybe we'll put the date on the beginning of your notes in case you're not on the graph paper notebook. Okay. Yes, yes, you can do that. I was writing the homework down.
Hey, Miss
Yeah,
Nichols.
so you guys, I was just showing you a sample.
Miss Nichols.
So this is what I want your homework to look like on the piece of paper, because I know some of you might have been doing big ideas, so you weren't showing all your steps. Okay, and different things we're going to do in our class is you are going to have time to do homework in class, not on the minimum day, but in the other periods when we have the 80 minutes. We're going to also do things like I said, check your email, check your to-do list, learn how to use Google Classroom well so you can get good grades in all your classes. Oh, that's other numbers. So it's page 8. So 8's the page, and then these are numbers. So those are like the end numbers, except I think it's on page 10, but it's, you know, in the same section where you just, yeah, exactly. Those are the questions. Okay. Does that make sense?